business. It's business time. Hang tight, we're gonna get into the business right here in a couple minutes. Baby, baby. It's business. It's business time. All right, we are here with week 32 of It's Business Time, joined this week by the incomparable man about town,
Yeah.
James Vicks,
Yes.
president of Fortress Empire,
Yes.
and owner and executive producer of
Yes.
Bridge to the Streets.
Yes,
for
Aaron,
sure.
you got that right. Yeah, man,
well, I
that's what's
appreciate
up.
you. Well, you have so many ventures. You know, I got a lot to keep track of. You know, I
Right,
got a
right.
little cheat sheet. But
Yes.
that's what's great about having you on the show is truly a community man. You know, truly
Yes.
someone who is all over the place.
Yes.
This has been a long time coming.
It's
for
been
that.
about a year, man. Year and
Yeah.
a half, somewhere around there, yo.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
And, you know, for that reason, it's like, you know, I knew I was going to have you on at some point. So I'm
Right.
glad everything kind of
Full
came
circle.
full circle. Yeah.
It was, you know what, Aaron? I
Watch
don't,
the distance, yeah.
Yeah, okay, is this good? It's
Yeah,
good?
yeah, you're good.
All right, because I'm not, you know, you guys are more entertainer than I am.
Yeah. No, you're
Okay.
good.
I'm
But
glad it's happened. It's perfect timing.
Yeah.
It's perfect timing, I
Yeah.
think. I think.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Absolutely. And so we got a lot to get into
Yes.
here. You got a very, very storied past, a lot of cool stuff
Yes.
that has gotten you to where you're at. You're doing a million things right now.
Yes.
So I cannot wait to sink into it. Before we
Yes.
get rolling, though, I do always want to give a quick shout out to Stitch House Brewery for having us.
Thank you, Stitch House.
Yeah.
And Show Enough is good.
Yeah,
Show
show
Enough.
You're drinking the Show
Oh,
Enough?
Show Enough right now.
Okay,
Show
good,
Enough.
good.
Cheers,
yeah,
cheers
I
to
got their Drunkle Dunkle, the lager here as
Got the
well.
lager on there, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How is that?
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
It's light, right? It's light. It's an interviewee kind of beer. That's how I would say, because I feel like the Show Enough.
Yeah.
I gotta watch myself, I think, because this can.
And by if you mean light, this is a 4.6%.
Right.
Or,
And hold on, let me see it. I want to be just like you. And mine's is a 7.0%, right?
Yeah, yeah.
7.0%, right? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I always try and, you know, when you are at a
Yes,
brewery, you always got to play it safe before the
Yes,
interview.
you gotta
know?
work. You know what I mean? But this is my only job that I got to do today, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have a good time with you today,
Perfect,
Aaron. Is that good?
Yeah, that's
perfect.
awesome. So, yeah, right
Yeah.
here on Market Street, they got great food as well. Thanks again to Stitch House Brewery. And with that, we are rolling.
Yes.
So, Vicks,
Yes.
J Vicks, James,
Yes.
you know,
You call me Little Jimmy, man. How about that?
Little Jimmy,
Little Jimmy, yeah, how about that?
whatever works.
Pause.
Yeah. But so,
Right.
where do we begin with you, man? So you have a lot of really cool stuff in your past: radio, DJ, all that stuff.
I was the program director.
Program director.
Program director
Yeah.
for Bridge to the Street Radio, and I also, you know, I've been in the entertainment business since I was 13 years old.
Yeah,
So I'm
wow.
46 now. I was
Yeah.
with Tommy Boy Records. You know, with T West Productions back in the day. That was only 33 years ago.
Gotcha. Can you give us like a little bit of a journey? Like, so you said 13. Like, what were you doing at 13 that got you in entertainment?
I tell you.
And then give us that little like annotated, you know.
I got you.
You know, and catch us up because you're doing so much now that we
Yeah.
could eat up all 20 minutes just kind of talking
Yeah,
about what
so let's
you're
go.
doing now.
Let's do it real fast.
But yeah, just for the people at home.
Okay.
You know, a lot of this series is largely about people who are doing one thing
Mm-hmm.
and they're dreaming about starting their own business, starting their own project, starting their own brand, their company.
Right.
And so I do like to make a little bit of a connection to like what people were doing before they struck out. Now you've got a long list.
I say this, Aaron. I was blessed. Everybody knows Hezekiah, Hezekiah the Third.
Yeah.
And what I used to do back in the day, we used to rap in the hallways of Whale Penn.
Okay.
And that's how the whole journey started for me, was rapping with Hezekiah.
Okay.
Then Hezekiah told me about this talent show that was coming up.
All right.
Okay. And basically from there, man, I went to audition for this talent show. T West production liked me. Next thing you know, the rest is history, bro.
Yeah.
And I've been in the
gotcha.
tied to the game ever since.
Yeah, nice, man. Well, so that was at 13. You were
That was
rapping
13.
in
That was
high
33
school.
years ago. When I say that sounds crazy,
I
right?
know it does.
33 years ago? Oh, my God.
I just played a song this Saturday that I wrote when I was 17.
Right, 17.
Yeah, and it is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of who we are today came from those.
From those trials and tribulations.
Yeah, for sure.
From the trials and tribulations.
Okay, so
so you got involved in entertainment early. What
Yeah.
was that like? That first DJ gig?
I,
And tell me a little bit
the first
about
rap
that.
gig I got,
Yeah.
I did a talent show, and basically what happened with that, Aaron, was they didn't know what to do with me because at the time I was I was a rapper. I started as a rapper first in the game, but I was a freestyler. I was never a written artist. So
Right.
when you had an artist like myself, it was hard to like put me in a place because everything
Right.
was like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You didn't have the Jay-Z's and the Lil Waynes yet.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
at 15, I lost that record deal. So I feel like I always became the first mad rapper.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my story. I'm the first. I feel like I'm the first mad rapper.
Yeah.
Okay, I really
that.
do.
I like
And
that.
if they do the history check, I'm pretty sure I'm the top 10 of the first mad rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then from there, that gigged me off to like, you know what? I'm gonna be here for the artists.
Right.
And then that's how James Vicks Consulting and
Right.
Fortress Empire, 700 Entertainment, and Takedown Records,
Yep.
all that came about. Because
Gotcha.
I'm more here for the artists.
Right. Understood.
Yeah, so that's how it goes.
And that's kind of a natural progression, after you do the artist thing for a little bit and you see how difficult it is, you kind of want to jump out ahead of some of the other younger
Yeah,
cats.
you want to make it easier. You want to make
Yeah.
it a simplified format because, I mean, this entertainment business is so huge.
Yeah.
And you can get lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can get lost. You know?
Definitely.
So, yeah.
So that was so that in the
They're good, dude.
it is it's good.
Shout out to Stitch House, too. This is my second time coming, Aaron.
Oh, nice.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make it a habit. The fries was delicious.
Oh,
I got to
yeah,
say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Your food is good.
Yeah, the food is definitely good. I'm a big fan of ciabatta, and a lot of their sandwiches are on
Okay.
ciabatta rolls.
Okay.
So,
I haven't
like,
tried one of those yet. Maybe one day I got to try one of those.
yeah, they have like a brisket ciabatta, and then they have like a chicken parmesan on
Okay.
ciabatta.
Okay.
Both of them
Okay.
are
Cool.
Very good. Anyway, we're off track
Well, of
here.
course. Okay, let's
This
stay
is
on
about
course.
you, my friend. Stitch House, they get their love. This is about James Vicks right here.
Okay.
So you started working with other artists. Is
Right.
this kind of the beginning of Fortress Empire when you started working
I started
with
off with 700 Entertainment. Shout out to Young Ali and Snake and all those guys. It was an artist, Young Ali. He was at the last Weed Stock that we were at.
Okay.
He was back there on the art stage with me, and it was him, man. He was one of his friends just got signed to a record label, and he didn't want to do the record label deal that they were talking about. So he came to me, and I was telling him like, "Hey, man, stay away.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is." And he was like, "Man, screw that. I want to be a rapper."
Right,
And he said,
right.
"Jay, you know so much about it. Won't you help manage me?" And that's how I got thrown into by default.
Right. I think that's the noblest way to manage artists is by default.
By default.
Right.
By
You
default.
just-
You care.
Yeah, you see
really
that,
care.
that you can help them, that you can, maybe help them avoid some of the pitfalls.
Yes,
And
yes.
the next thing you know,
You're
you
working.
know, you're walking them through a contract.
You're working.
Yeah, you're working.
You're working, Aaron. You're working.
For sure. All right, so obviously, like, we don't have enough time to go year by year, month by month.
To fast forward, bro, I just basically, like I said, I'm an artist advocate.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
community ambassador, and I love my state.
Yeah,
And anything to show shine on my state,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So did you grow up here in Delaware as well?
Yes, I mean I grew up right up the.
You said William
Avenue.
Penn, yeah. Okay,
Lancaster
gotcha,
Avenue,
yeah.
1031 Lancaster
There you
Avenue.
go.
That's where I grew up
Nice.
at, right, like a couple minutes from here.
So we can definitely bond over, Delaware.
Yes, I love Delaware.
Delaware
man.
from start to finish. Right
We're the
there,
hidden
for sure.
diamond, yo. Y'all don't know that. We're the
Yeah.
hidden diamond.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, definitely. The first state, right?
Yeah,
You
we're the
know?
first state. How can we be wrong?
I love it when people come from out of town. They're like, what should I know about Delaware? And I'm like,
You file your taxes here. If you're a big corporation, you file your taxes here. So if you want a tax break, you want to come to Walnut Street.
yeah.
Woman to Delaware.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Awesome. So we kind of met through that Delaware Normal crowd and like
Yes.
the festival organizers and
Yes.
things like that.
Right.
And so you've been doing a lot of these kind of artist management, festival type, all these kind of
Right.
organizing
That's new
things
to
for
me.
a
though.
while.
Shout
That's
out-
new to you. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Delaware Normal and the whole Delfire squad. Like I said,
Yeah.
I come in as a helping hand.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they, things were discussed, and I said I love what they do, and I love how they care about the state and the artists that's in the state. So hey, man, that's my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So
no,
that's why I came up and joined with them. Also,
I understand. I'm a big advocate of natural things, right?
Yes.
And I've had a couple people in the medical fields come on, and we talk a little bit about the opioid crisis and all that.
Yo,
I'm
that's
a strong
serious,
believer.
man.
Like, I've
That's
lost a
serious,
lot
man.
of friends to opioids, and I'm a strong believer that if we had embraced more natural remedies 15 years ago, I'd have
Yeah.
more friends here with me
Yeah,
today.
like
so
like kratom or kratom and stuff like that. Those
Yeah.
different things. Like, is that
yeah,
no? You know, and you know, and I have to apologize to the public because, like me being who I am, I'm
Yeah.
always ignorant to the fact of holistic things
yeah,
until I'm going through something that I experience, and I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
it works.
Right.
So
Yeah, and so there's a big kind of theme here at its business time and just in the music scene in
Right.
general. It's
Right.
just like if it works for somebody, it's not your business to get into their business. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Ben Harper said it best. You know, if I'm not bothering anybody, don't bother me. I
Yeah.
paraphrase that, but
Yeah.
anyway. So back to the more business side of things,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So explain to me a little bit about Fortress Empire. And kind of like what you're doing there, what your goals are there, and like
well, Fortune's Empire started with Cousteau, artist that I was working with years ago that I'm still great friends with today. You know, it's just a helping thing. It's a fortress. Like what makes Fortress so great, it is a fortress of people that I work with,
Right.
from Thorough to just Harvey Road
right,
to
yeah,
S.
Harvey
Romeo.
Road, Yep.
This is 50, Double XL, BET, VH1, and the list
Right.
could go on and on and on. I mean,
Right.
I'm touching somewhere in that facet of life to make
Yeah.
things work for me.
So just to, I mean, you got this broad kind of this broad conversation here. Can we get a little specific? Like, is there someone out there that they're lost, they're confused, and they come to you? Is there like an ideal kind of person that you guys help with Fortress? Is there an ideal client?
That's what makes it so perfect about Fortress. I base everything on what the artist is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what recipe worked for this guy
Right.
might not be the same recipe that
True,
works for this
true.
person. So I learned that person or that individual, and I
Gotcha.
apply what we can do to make it better.
So that's kind of where the consulting element comes in. Is you
Right.
talk to them, you learn about like kind of what
Right.
their needs are.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean I've learned that over and over and over again
Yeah.
in music. You know, some people have a ton of recordings, don't have any shows. Some people have
Right.
a ton of shows, don't have any recordings. Me.
Right.
You know, and it's like everybody's a little bit
You
different.
dope
has
though,
different
Aaron. You
needs.
dope, man. I'm amused by. I was telling my son, I said, "Yo, Aaron's like a walking jukebox."
Well, I appreciate that, but this is about you, sir. Let's stay focused about you. You know,
Okay, I'm
I'll
trying,
promote
trying.
I'll promote myself in other
I'm
ways.
sorry, Aaron. I mean, like, if you're good, you're good. I got to send a shout out, bro. It's
No,
good.
I'll take it. I'll
Salute.
take it. You know, I tell people all the time, learn to take a compliment, particularly
Yes.
if you're in the arts and
You know,
music.
G-Dash told me that stuff. Matter of fact, a couple days ago, he told me that stuff, man.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
so I have to walk into my light. I think I have to.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
more.
Well,
yeah.
we all kind of came from, you know, the old school where it's like
Yeah.
if you take a compliment the wrong way, that means you're conceited,
yeah,
self-important, all that
it
stuff.
can be looked
you know?
at totally wrong.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, yeah, I
It's like
understand that.
the suffering and silence generation, you know?
Which I don't agree with.
Yeah,
I don't agree
certainly
with.
not.
I come
Certainly
from
not.
a closed mouth, don't get fed generation.
Yeah, yeah.
So listen to that, young generation. Closed mouth do not get
That's
fed
true.
in this generation if you do not open your mouth. Pause.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing that pause. I think if you're over 40, you shouldn't have to pause anything in your conversation.
Yeah. Is that notes for me in the editing room to hit pause?
No,
Skip
pause
no,
is like this new thing, like which I don't like what they're doing now. Like, you know, this new thing they got going on, no Diddy.
Oh, right.
Like
no,
you say
no.
something funny offline and you be like, no Diddy. Y'all need to stop that too, man. Y'all tearing down our icons, but I get it. No Diddy.
Yeah. I'm not touching that one right now.
Yeah, it's hot.
For a number of reasons.
Oh, it's
You
hot.
know, I was ahead of the curve though. Back in 2001, I wrote a song where I
Okay.
was trashing what was then Sean Combs. But no.
You
Anyway,
was trashing what was in Sean Combs.
we're off top. We're way off topic. All right, so back on.
Yo, Stitch House Percolator is a great beer. Stitch House Percolator. I don't know.
Yeah, the coffee
The
double box.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm taking? The
Very
coffee.
flavor.
Very,
Very
very
flavorful.
Very
Yeah, yeah.
robust.
It
Is
is.
that the proper term?
I would
Very
say so.
robust.
I think that works. I think
That
that
works?
works. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Deep tannins. No,
Yeah,
anyway.
dude, I can taste the beans.
All right, so we got the music consulting with Fortress.
Right.
You're helping out different artists. You're in different ventures.
Brand ambassador
events, all those types
everything,
of things.
Man. And I got something I'm working on coming up really soon. I got my podcast coming, but I'm also about to start working on this pilot. And I want to send a shout out to Curtis, head nerd in charge. I'm coming. We're going to sit down and write this pilot out, brother. And because it's a very interesting story. And shout out to Hassan for showing me these certain guys too.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Man.
So this is broad entertainment stuff. I
I'm
love
all
this.
over the
Everything
place,
from
bro.
music to TV
I'm all over
to
the
all
place,
that
man.
type of
It's
stuff.
hard. Like I tell people when they work with me, I'm unorthodox and never try to figure me out because
Yeah.
you lose yourself. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
An idea man.
Yeah, just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Or you're going to hang your own self. Just go with it.
Fair enough. All right, so we got Fortress. At least we have a pretty good idea of this venture.
Yeah, Fortress is just a big empire.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now I
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit about Bridge to the Streets. Where did that idea come from? Where did that kind of formulate?
Shout out to Nat Nelson. Nat Nelson from Street Most Magazine when I was working with him back in 2013. Him and Thorough, they came to me, and at the time I had pulled with Kiss 101.7. Shout out to Tony Q and Melly Mel. Yeah, man, we brought the idea of just bridging the mainstream with the basically how the idea came about. Aaron, excuse me, the idea came about was I was telling them that you couldn't figure out if you had a good DJ,
Right.
good music, you couldn't tell what was local or what was national and mainstream.
Right.
And so that's how Bridge to the Street came about. Talent is talent, hot is hot. And that's what Bridge to the Street, like bridging people to not just the mainstream, but what's just great music and dope artists. So that's how Bridge to the Streets came about.
Got you. Yeah, it's a big passion of mine for the local artists, original music.
Yeah.
And so Bridge to the Streets was an idea.
It
and
still
a brand.
is. It's digital
Well, I mean,
now.
meaning when it started. The
Yeah.
idea was to try and kind of flag when there was local stuff.
Just put it in the mix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just put it in the mix. I tell Thorough or whatever and whatnot, throw it in the mix. And when you got a good DJ, you got good music, nobody knows, nobody cares. They just bopping in the car or they bopping on the block.
Right.
Almost like what I did at the Spring Fling.
Right.
I gave him a great set of R&B artists. Which
Yeah.
I think is a great set. But
No. I watched a lot of the videos from it. Definitely the 420 Spring Fling. We were both at this weekend.
Shout out to them, dude.
Yeah.
They're
for
doing
sure. They really are. For our area, too, like, our area misses Firefly, I think. And so anything like Firefly
this
Music
is
Fest,
great.
you know,
this is a great replacement.
It
or,
is.
or if you don't feel like driving all the way down to where Firefly is, come to us.
Well, yeah, Firefly.
Shout out. We got another event coming up September the 13th through the 15th, 2024.
Nice.
Get your tickets now, or, if you're a band, go ahead and look in weedstock.org and try to get signed up or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
Well, Firefly's been extinguished, unfortunately.
I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What? For how long? Forever?
I think it's done. Because last year they announced a lineup. You know what? I'm not the right person to answer that question.
No. So what? We don't got to be politically correct.
Yeah. But last year they announced a lineup. Okay. I'm not speculating on that for a number of reasons.
I want to speculate. I'll speculate.
I'll have someone on
soon
who can tell us what happened.
Yes, and I would like to be a
But
fly on that
all I know is they announced a lineup, and then a few weeks later they announced it wasn't happening at all. So.
But that's just for right now. They're going to come back next year, or you think it's done?
Again, I don't know. I don't know the answer to
Well,
that.
we need some answers, y'all. Whoever got the Firefly,
I'll tell you, when you get a lineup and then it suddenly vanishes, that sounds like funding. And when you don't have funding, that sounds like the last year. But, again, that's speculation.
That's speculation. We you can't put it on stone. But
But the upside is that was a national company, national acts, national company. And from my understanding, and I wasn't really in the scene at this time, but it was really difficult for local artists to get involved with that. So the upside is maybe that leaves a gap for more local artists, Philly artists, Baltimore artists to come together and create something. Because the nice thing about Southern Delaware it's like an hour from Philly and it's an hour from Baltimore.
Right.
Right? An hour from D.C.
Right. It's smacked in the perfect. It's like I'm telling you, man, we're the diamond in the rough. I'm trying to tell you,
It's
bro.
true. And then also, too, if you buy your supplies here, you don't pay any sales tax. So it is like a dream scenario.
I don't know why everybody's sleeping on it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yes.
Well, we're in it for sure.
Well, of course. We
Yeah.
woke. We've been woke.
And neither one of us gatekeep. So it's like,
Yeah.
if,
No,
if
you
you're
know what?
looking.
We do not gatekeep, do we
don't.
not, Aaron?
No, we don't.
Everybody's accepted in a way, right?
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I would rather live in a world where everyone gets their 2 minutes on stage than, you put 90% of the artists in a corner so that you can sell an extra 30 tickets. You know what I mean?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of scenes that we roll in that are very much about giving everyone their little bit of time on
But
stage.
that's what I find attractive.
Shout
about
out to
the whole thing.
Icons for sure on that. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to your Icons. I suppose I might stop by tonight. I don't know. But yeah, they got the with the open mic tonight, right?
Yeah, every
Overnight-
Wednesday's
over
the
Wednesday,
industry
open
night
industry
for
night,
sure.
right. Something
And
like
their
that.
commitment to that, man, like
It's
that's
serious.
That's a difficult.
You know how long I know. Well, not how long. I was talking to one of the owners there, and I was like, "Yo, I got this artist from Mississippi. I'm trying to bring up here." He's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, Jay, you gonna throw some Delaware artists on that set?" I was like, "Of course,
Yeah.
of course." But I'm like, what they do is so dope, just to the artist's perspective.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
I want to highlight that thing. Those
Yeah,
things.
and that's a win-win, really. Like when you have an out-of-town artist come through, and then you put a local artist on. The local artist gets to learn what it takes to tour, and the out-of-town artist gets some new exposure to people in this area
Trust.
that weren't connected to their socials.
Yes,
you know?
trust,
So
trust.
that being the case, too, I want to make sure, so you got all these ventures. I want to make sure before you head out, I do give you a proper commercial for, like, what's the best way? If someone's like, man, I love that guy. I love what he's got going on. I love his energy. I love the community vibe, all that stuff. Are you, is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? What's the best way to find you?
I'm old school. My daughter would say, I'm old school. I'm on Facebook.
Facebook,
James Vicks, is 3 of us. You have my son that looks like, he's in a picture with a dog. You have my father, and then I'm the only one with a newspaper article. That's me. Hit me up. I'm approachable, bro. You can hit me right on Messenger,
And for
I
those
always
on,
answer.
On live, when I point, that's going to come in post. So you're not going to see the website on live, but you will see the website in post.
Okay.
And then
I was wondering what he was doing. He was like,
Yeah. And then I'll also throw up your Instagram
can I do
here as
something?
well.
Hashtag
#
JVicks. Right?
JVicks.
Hashtag JVicks right there somewhere. Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have people on and they'll start pointing. I'll be like, whoa. Each one is an extra 10 minutes of post. But no, so that's how people can find you.
Yes.
I do want to keep these digestible. You are a ball of energy, and I know I could talk to you forever. So
I know you're short on time, and I know you have to do what you have to do too, bro.
yeah, no, for sure. So I wanna dive a little bit back into Bridge to the Streets.
Okay.
Because that's your running everyday brand right now.
Yes, it's
And-
constantly running.
And tell me a little bit about what's your goal? Like, let's pretend 2 years from now everything falls into place.
Okay.
I can kind of guess because I see your passion for local artists. I see your passion for getting exposure for certain people in the community and stuff. But let's say 2 years from now everything falls into place with the brand, and you're the owner of Bridge to the Streets.
Yeah, I am
as
the owner
well.
of the
So
Bridge.
everything falls into place. You get the right sponsors, you get the right artists, all that. Are you trying to do more live events, festivals, things like that? Are you trying to start a radio station?
Nah, I'm done. I mean, radio. I got radio running right now constantly, so I'm good with that. I want to get involved in the festival space. I want to get involved in bringing more artists to light.
Yeah.
Because there's so many out there, and there's so many
yeah.
dope artists.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate to be an admin of so many things. Like, shout out to Hip Hop Forum too. That James Mayfield and those guys. I really support those guys. So yeah, man, I'm just my dream is just keep bridging the music to the streets to the music.
So bigger live events.
Bigger
is
live
a good
events.
One.
I mean, I'm working on a festival ideal in my head. Hopefully by 2025, 2026, something like that, I can bring something like that to you.
Yeah,
to life.
I love that.
It's going to be dope too.
Well, you heard it here. If you're looking to build big community events, this is absolutely a guy you got to get in the room when you start that project up.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, man.
Absolutely, man. It's been a pleasure knowing you. Like, we met in the most innocent way possible, setting up
which was dope. I think it was dope because I felt like you rap and I rap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were freestyle. I was in quite the mood that day.
I was in the room.
I was
You was having a good time.
I
But
was
that's what made me
excited to
fall
be
in love
there.
with you, Aaron.
Yeah. Well, I
No doubt.
appreciate that. I
No doubt.
appreciate that. And we got many more to come, too.
Yes.
So,
September the 13th to the 15th.
September 13th to the 15th. What's the
2024.
event?
Weedstock.
Weedstock. Okay, that's the full Weedstock.
That's the international,
the full
national,
stage,
the
big
full
stage,
everything.
everything. All
I
right.
don't know what the stage or what it's gonna look like. I don't know what Mikey has planned.
Yeah.
But whatever Mikey has planned, I learned to trust my baby Mike Z, and I go with it, man.
Right, and Cynthia as well,
Cynthia,
and that
yes,
whole
all
crew,
those guys, yes.
absolutely.
Yes,
Cynthia Ferguson,
yes.
definitely
I
shout
love
out.
all those guys.
But yeah, awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
through.
you for
It's
having
business
me,
time.
Aaron.
Yeah.
And next time we gotta steal you out of here, and we could do like a full walk around. I give you a whole
Yeah, that's season 2.
Hey.
We're on week 32 right now.
yes.
Season 2 of It's Business Time is going to be on site, on location.
Yes,
I want to
yes.
show more of like what this city has to offer from the, if I interview someone from a restaurant, I want to be in that space,
Right.
and so that's definitely the plan going forward. And you are definitely going to be in the loop.
Yes,
and
please.
thank you again.
Thank you so much for
we got
having me,
James
man.
Vicks,
Thank
president
y'all
of
for tuning
Fortress
in.
Empire.
Yeah,
And-
executive producer, Bridge to the Streets, sales associate for This Is 50, also Double XL and Source Magazine and BET and VH1, and a whole lot of other things that I haven't mentioned. But get in contact with me if you need any help.
Absolutely. You can find them right here. And that does it for week 32 of It's Business Time. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time.
It's business.